How's everybody doing? So here's my beater. I drive back and forth to work. '01 Honda Civic. Little two-door. Totally stock. It's got a new head and radiator and timing belt and all that good stuff because took crap on me there last year. Yeah, you can see it's just a regular old Civic. I'm not big on making videos, but here lately, when I go to work, everybody asks me how my car's so fast. You know, Brad, it looks stock. Done a little bit of work on cars, a little bit of mechanicing here and there. Of course, I did the head and stuff on this. Worked on a couple trucks. I got a Duramax. I ain't worked on it because it's still under warranty, but you know, my biggest thing was working on Hot Wheels and radio flyers. I'm just kidding. I didn't work on no Hot Wheels. My hands are too big. But yeah, everybody messes with me about my car. You know, it don't look like much, but it'll get it. So it's just gonna be real simple. A couple little tricks you can do with these cars. 1.7 liters can put out a lot of power if you know what you're doing. So real quick, show you what to do, and you'll be, you know, souped up with some balls, boosted, and you ain't got to worry about it. Smoke anybody. So of course, the first thing you got to have when you're working, a little bit of beer. I'm a Busch Light kind of guy. We got some wrenches. I'll turn the phone down and try to let you see. So we just got some 12 millimeter, 10 millimeter, 9 millimeter, 8 millimeter. Long screwdriver, you're going to need this for sure. Tight place. Then a pair of channel locks, of course. You might not need them, just depends on what kind of strength you got. Of course, gotta have the white crayon. Pretty simple, straightforward work here. Anybody can do it, really. Make sure your car is hot, though. There's some stuff you need to do to make sure that what you're going to do is going to work out good. So, real quick, we'll get started. So the first thing we're going to do, I'm going to take all these tools, move them. Of course, I just dropped a wrench down in there where my hand probably won't fit. Yeah, there we go. Crayon. Let's go ahead and put that behind your ear. Gonna need that here in a few minutes. Next thing we're gonna do is grab a rag, throw it over your shoulder. Then we're gonna let's do this and shut the hood. You're probably wondering why we shutting the hood. Well, made a guy mad at work today and smoked him. Here's what he wrote on my hood. Maybe you can see it or not. Probably not. But anyhow, in order to get the proper fuel management, extra gas, extra air naturally, you're going to get that just by driving. But I want this car to have some balls. So in order to soup it up, you just got to take your time. Everything's relative to what you want. The stuff we're going to use today, I know I'm kind of getting off subject, but the stuff we're going to use today, you can go to your local store and get, you know, the name brand stuff. You can go get off-brand stuff. It don't matter. It's all the same. The first thing we're going to do is start with our souping up, and then we'll get into the boosted. The boosted is a lot easier than what you think, a lot cheaper than what you think. But so I went with some hormel chili with beans. The reason why I went with beans is because you need that extra gas. So you just take it. You can see here, you just pour just a little bit out there on your hood. That's why we want it hot. So now you got her souped up. Got to shoot for some balls, right? So I went ahead and got some spaghetti meatballs. As you pour out the spaghetti meatballs, it get a little rough on you. But there they come out. Make sure you get the meatballs. If you only got one, you can't say your car's got balls because it only has one. So we got two there. That'll work. So we'll just leave that sit for a minute. That's why I told you to get your car hot. Now everybody thinks I'm crazy carrying a rag around, but sometimes you get a little soup on your hands. Now we're going to make our way back to the back of the car, because if you're boosted, usually your tanks are in the trunk. But people fail to realize they need air too. But when you're rolling with a big bag car like this, it ain't hard to get boost. So one key to this boost, it's gluten free. Ain't got to worry about it. So what you do is, I got the chocolate sensation. You can strawberry, vanilla, whatever you want. Just dump a little bit right there. Just a little bit. You ain't got to overpower it now, because what'll happen is if you dump too much, you get too much rear drag. Cause too much airflow underneath the front of the car. Can't have that, because then the front end will pop up. Had to happen a couple times. That's why I backed it down. If we'll go up here and look, the car's still pretty souped up. Warming up quite nice. But had a buddy ask me today, Brad, can you stuff some 20s? Stuff some 20s on that Civic. I said, well, sure, I can put whatever size you want. So what we're going to do here, not very many people carry around a tape measure. So you get down here and you find your tire size. Just kind of go around, get rid of that, just write 20 on it, just like that. I mean, if you really want to get particular here, I mean, you can do the P185 65 R20s. So then that way, if someone don't believe you, you just point it out. You know, hey, I'm rolling on 20s. Right there. Can't you see it? Pretty simple stuff. I had this car going so fast the other day that people swore that I had some kind of kit, you know, over a vet body or something like that, but it's just pretty bad. I was actually going so fast today after I souped it up that paint started coming off my front bumper down to the primer. Some people call that a scuff mark. Nah, it's not what happens when you get paint chipping. You know, it's not high-speed paint. There's some other things you can do to these cars, but I prefer this way. A cheaper method. Real good DIY for a starter mechanic. So just want to let you guys know this is a super easy way to do it. You can always tell if your boost is working. It'll start dripping. Run down the back of your car. But key is, now we're souped with balls, boosted, rolling on 20s. Super easy. Didn't even have time to finish a beer. Next time, figure out how to soup up a push lawnmower. So that way you can mow yours and your neighbor's yards at the same time. Anyhow, this is Brad with your DIY 01 Civic 1.7 liter VTEC, souped up with balls and boosted.